The holidays are just around the corner. Our people are getting ready to get together for turkey and football. All the Halloween candy has been eaten up by the kids, and many will take advantage of Black Friday deals as part of their early Christmas shopping. Meanwhile, our people are being murdered in the streets, the grocery store, and even in hospitals. We're being used as political footballs in order to push an LGBTQ agenda in movies as well as video games. We go out and vote for politicians who thank us by at best ignoring us and at worst spitting in our faces. The way to deal with a bully is to stand up to them and enact consequences for mistreating you. The way to empower a bully is to allow them to treat you any way they desire. If you want to get dragged, simply go along to get along. People like privilege, but they don't respect it. People only respect power. Privilege is something someone gives to you. Power is something you take. So-called blacks call America the land of the free because they've been given privilege to do certain things by those who have power over them. You can buy a house, a car, date anyone you want, travel anywhere you want, and celebrate various holidays alongside people who have power over you. Dogs are well liked in this country. They have dog houses, dog clothing, dog shows, dog parks, stores dedicated to goods and services for dogs, as well as dog hospitals and animal rescue organizations. Dogs have great privilege in American society, but they have zero power. If your daughter gets raped by a bunch of thugs, and those people decide to celebrate raping your daughter once a year, would you join in the celebration? If someone did something which degraded your family's name, and they wanted to commemorate having done this to your family once a year, would you join in the festivities? If someone wanted to celebrate how they are a degenerate who pleasures themselves to pictures of little boys, would you participate with them? If someone took something valuable from you and wanted to celebrate doing it once a year, are you in? Here's the irony. You would obviously say no to every one of these things, yet this is exactly what you do every year when you celebrate Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, and the 4th of July. You celebrate a genocidal act against your own people, the Native Indians, for Thanksgiving. You celebrate a pagan fertility god for Easter. You celebrate acts of depravity and degeneracy on Valentine's Day, where men would beat women with hides of sacrificed animals drenched in blood, in believing doing so would make the women more fertile. You celebrate pagan rituals for the undead on Halloween. You commemorate identity theft of your own culture in the whitewashing of the characters of the Bible for Christmas, as well as the practice of men giving each other gifts and then having sex with each other, then going home and battering their wives. And you celebrate the conquest and liberation of a people who didn't see you as human and had you as slaves on the 4th of July. Why do you hate yourself so much? Why do you have so little respect for what you see in the mirror? Why are you joining in song and dance with people who hate you to celebrate your own destruction? There's a clear alternative to all this, and it is part of the culture the Most High gave us. Passover is our holiday, which the Most High gave us and us alone. We also have the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of First Fruits, Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Tabernacles, Day of Atonement. We have the Feast of Dedication, more well known as Hanukkah. There's also Purim, Day of Simon, the destruction of Nicanor, as well as the New Moon Feasts. These are holidays given to us by our God, the creator of the universe. Along with civil observances, our people constituted themselves to commemorate the great acts of our ancestors. As I've said before, if you want respect, the first person who must respect you is you. Why shouldn't other people groups call us dogs and treat us like dogs when we do it to ourselves? We get on rap songs and talk about how gangster we are, but when a white person comes into our neighborhood and murders one of our own, none of these thugs who say they run the block and have all the guns do anything about it. You're ready to fight and even kill one of your own people for stepping on your new J's, but will talk about forgiveness and the love of Jesus when a police officer murders your child in cold blood. Our Hebrew Israelite brothers tell our people about their own holidays, and our people will fight us in order to celebrate the holidays of their former slave masters and current oppressors. We do what Massa tells us like good little boys and good little girls. Many of our people celebrated Juneteenth. While this is, in fact, a day we came up with on our own, there's a reason why this is now being recognized as a federal holiday. A day commemorating when the slaves were booted off the plantation, not because the slave owners wanted to free us, but because the North, who also had slaves and slave plantations, forced the South to liquidate their slaves in order to weaken them economically, to corner them into joining the Union. These slaves weren't given jobs, resources, or anything, and this measure of emancipation was immediately met with vagrancy laws, the establishing of labor unions, which were originally set up to keep us out of the job market, and the beginning of the Ku Klux Klan. Your oppressor knows this, which is why they let you have Juneteenth. Same for Black History Month, the shortest month of the year, to highlight a pacifist narrative of Martin Luther King Jr., to allow yourself to be abused by those who hate you, the go along to get along message. A month filled with distractions such as Valentine's Day, as well as overlap from Women's History Month immediately following. It's said you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You also don't eat from the hand that poisons you. It's time we put some respect on our own name so others will do the same. Our name is the greatest name, but only when we choose to live by it. We don't need to leech off anyone else for our identity, our culture, or our traditions. As they say, we all we got, and we're all we'll ever need.